he means. Shaking up the scene. Panels in a circle, everybody wants a turn. He leans in hard, let the hot takes burn. Protest on the ticker, riot in the thread. He talks over the chaos with a raised up head. Yell a little louder, make the point land clean. Cut through the noise like a headline machine. If they come for the room, he comes right back. One more crash and the whole beat snaps. Hold up, here he comes. Hands in the air, let the verdict come. No more hush, no more shade. Spin City live and the whole place sways. Spin City, Spin City. He don't play it safe. Spin City, Spin City. Bringing fire to the face. Maga on the mic, and he says what he means. Spin City, Spin City. Shaking up the scene. When the mics get hot and the comments fly, he laughs at the noise and he calls it live. One more round, let the sparks go wide. Spin City standing on the right side. Spin City, Spin City. He don't play it safe. Spin City, Spin City. Bringing fire to the face. Maga on the mic, and he says what he means. Spin City, Spin City. Shaking up the scene.
You think that would be? You think
Yeah, I think that would be freaking hilarious. Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying, dude? Like get
Yeah,
like
I
all
do.
of us guys that are normally on the panels together,
Sure.
and then it starts out like we're all like professional, like having a debate, and then we
Yeah.
start losing our shit, and then next thing it was WWF. Fucking tell me that wouldn't be fucking cool, right?
Absolutely. That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
I'll have to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Stein
Yes,
Spin
thank
City
you,
News
Captain.
and Mr. Balderson. How are you today? We just got off the Sarah Tomatoes panel. We have some people in the back. The prompt is Trump
cheating with
Trump
FIFA.
cheats with FIFA. Yeah. We have the Shaman Omar up on the screen. We have Krautnik and we have security. The panel link is pinned. We will drop the panel link. Feel free to come up on the panel. I'm going to let Mr. Balderson run the panel. I will be here, but in the background.
I can't do the Reuters article because it wants to charge me to read it.
Okay.
I mean, you could put the article up, but I'm going to read an ESPN article about it.
I'm sending it to you. I'm sending it to you on Discord, Ben.
Perfect.
You can read it.
There we go. All right.
Give me just a second. I gotta finish. Shaman Omar, I did hear a lot of that panel just to keep dialogue going. It was very, very informative to me, and I know we'll probably talk a little bit about it here shortly. But yeah, it was very informative, and I appreciate your willingness to talk about some hard things with other people.
Yeah, thanks, brother. It's good to see you. Good to see you healthy. Good to see you smoking.
As healthy as I can be right now. Yeah, I did have a stroke, so I'm still like in
foggy.
So I appreciate Ben. Ben's a good friend, and we're still trying to keep things going and everything like that. So I'm going to put up this article.
We need to get some vitamins. I mean, I'll send you a list of like vitamins and minerals, and then there's also certain peptides, man, for the like Semax and Celink are like some peptides you have to put into a nasal spray, and it'll help clear that up.
Sure, I hope, because
there's only one medicine you need, and Ben can help you out with that.
That's right.
Ben, are you able to see it, or just
on it? Well, I got it on my phone, so I don't need to see it. That's fine.
Okay. Gunna sends the big two.
Thank you.
Shout out to Mike. Ox smells bad. So Ben, go ahead and take it away, sir.
Ox probably do smell bad. U.S. President Donald Trump will be back in the world spotlight at Sunday's final after taking a starring role in one of the tournament's defining dramas, with his eye on another hosting gig for America in 2038. FIFA President Gianni Infantino said Trump will sit with him during the final between Argentina and Spain at New York/New Jersey Stadium, and will be on hand to present the trophy to the winners as he did at the Club World Cup last year. Trump's appearance will come days after he confirmed that he had asked Infantino to review a red card issue to the U.S. striker Valerian Balogun. Why doesn't he don't sound American? And plunging the tournament into a firestorm of controversy over fairness and officiating. Trump and Infantino lavished praise on each other Friday at the reception inside Trump Tower in Manhattan, where FIFA opened an office last year. On the back of the tournament that has enjoyed record-breaking attendance in its biggest ever edition. The World Cup would not have been such a success without you, Infantino told Trump in front of a crowd of about 300 attendees, including Brazilian soccer great Ronaldo, FIFA officials, and other dignitaries. It turned out that we were a soccer country, said Trump, who had regularly hosted Infantino in the White House's Oval Office. The pair has stood steadfastly by one another through a range of controversies before and during the tournament, also co-hosted by Canada and Mexico, with FIFA insisting Trump played no role in Balogun's red card ban being suspended. A year out from the tournament, U.S. cities face serious questions about how they would reassure international fans concerned by Trump's immigration crackdown and travel ban on several countries. Months later, Trump threatened to move matches from Democratic-controlled cities. FIFA countered that relocations would not be up to his discretion. On Friday, Trump suggested the U.S. get another crack at hosting the tournament, but this time we'll leave Mexico and Canada out. Yeah, the U.S. is a soccer country now. That's what happens when a big ass blonde Viking named Erling Haaland comes in, and we're like, ooh, ooh. See, and then the Anglo-Saxon majority of America, then they remember that they're sons of Odin, and then they're like, yes. Nobody puts their chest up for Jesus.
So we'll go around the panel. We'll start with Shaman, and give your opening statement, sir.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, Trump is a great actor, not just a reality show actor, but an actor in general. For him to actually pretend for a second that he gives a flying shit about soccer is hilarious. But as America is the ruling empire of the world at the moment, it is important for the czar of America to make a comment on that and to demand for it to get reversed. However, because how else could we have lost? So I see the idea of it.
Thank you, Shaman. Mr. Krautmick, you're next, sir.
Oh, well, I'm actually reading about it now, so I don't really know how much to say. I will say it's bewildering that so many people get hyped on soccer or football, whatever you want to call it. Like, it's not that interesting of a game, but I'll wait till.
Well, I mean, to be fair, in America, we burn down cities over basketball and American football games, to be fair. So,
Okay, I am an Eagles fan, so I know our fans can be a little touchy. That. I yield my time.
I don't get it. Philadelphia burns down like once a year.
Mr. Security, if you will make an opening statement, sir.
it's a hot topic, and me personally, I don't think he should have stepped in. He should have did it if he was going to do it. Do it to the rules. Ask them to review the rules because they set rules, and the rules been in play before he's been president, and it's been the same exact ongoing thing every year. Every time FIFA does a tournament. So me personally, I don't think political should have got involved in sports.
And Mr. Balderson, your opening statement, sir.
Yeah, for the deeply seated opinion of a guy that has cared about soccer for approximately 3 weeks. the from what I've seen, FIFA is a pretty corrupt organization, and this was something I was actually aware of long before I cared about soccer, and I still don't care about soccer. I just thought Erling Haaland was awesome, but other than that, I don't really care about soccer. It's simultaneously a tougher sport than I thought it was, and a more Nancy sport than I thought it was. Like they definitely get rougher with each other. But than I had thought before that. But then they're all about faking like they got hurt and getting refs to throw cards and shit like that. And but at the end of the day, I agree with security on this 100%. No matter what FIFA is doing, I understand that Trump wanted the United States to make a good showing and whatnot. But you can't be doing things like that. You don't get to go in and say, I'm president and obviously Trump has an extraordinary amount of influence with this guy. Yeah, Alan, who's Australian, and they pay more attention to soccer. He says they're very corrupt. You only have to look at the previous 2 editions. The corruption behind them was something else. And yeah, I remember hearing about all the corruption from that. That's the only reason I even knew about it, because I didn't even pay attention to soccer, and the corruption was widely publicized. So but should Trump be involved? Fuck no. We're there to host it. It would have been cool if the United States made it to the end or whatever, but and I understand that he's all about the glorification of the United States, but you don't get to put your thumb on the scale doing that and add to an already something that's already got real problems with corruption. We don't need to add to that. That's crazy. Yeah,
And,
that's what I've heard.
And AB Durrell 1994 over on YouTube says, "Don't take FIFA seriously." Any thoughts, gentlemen?
Yeah, I've heard it's an extremely corrupt organization. Like I said, I don't watch soccer at all, but the amount of corruption that they have, that's such mainstream news that you can't hardly avoid it. So without even watching it, I'm aware.
All sports organizations are corrupt in some type of
Yeah.
way.
Well, most of them have changed their name to Sports Entertainment, which is not a sport. That's sports entertainment, and it's they don't even pretend like it's not scripted anymore.
I'm gonna chime in here for just a second. I'll try to be as quick as I can. Security just sent me but you know what, Ben, I'm just gonna send it to you. This goes to the. I sent it to you on Discord. There's an actual other article that would be probably best to read. It's FIFA's clouded.
That one really wasn't very centered around the subject matter, was it? It's like they mentioned it, but it tried to kind of
it's 2000. You can make a judgment call on it, but it's 2015 FIFA corruption scandal. It's an article.
My favorite part is at the beginning of the article, that has a list of top questions asked about this article, and the first one is, what is FIFA?
Yeah, right.
We're American, we don't know.
But it actually circles around to present day. I just can't put it on the screen.
All right. So 2015 FIFA corruption scandal, bribery and corruption scandal involving the Federal International de Football Association, the governing body of the international football or soccer. More than 24 FIFA officials and their associates were implicated in a 24-year self-enrichment scheme. 24-year? Fuck. That reached the highest levels of FIFA management. Central to the scandal were accusations of bribery connecting the awarding of hosting rights for the 2018 World Cup to Russia and the 2022 World Cup to Qatar. From a modest beginning in 1904, when a handful of countries formed the Federal International de Football Association, FIFA grew in strength to 211 member associations by the 2020s, outnumbering even the United Nations at 193. FIFA members were split geographically into 6 confederations covering Europe, South America, North America, and the Caribbean, Asia, Africa, and Oceania. Oh, that name rings a bell, boys. Weren't we always at war with Oceania? FIFA headquarters were originally located in Paris, but the organization moved to Zurich in 1932 and expanded there in 1954. By 2022, FIFA employed more than 850 staff. FIFA membership increased significantly during the presidency, 1974 to 1998, of Brazilian, not going to even try that, some dude, with dozens of additional members, partly owing to the collapse of the Soviet Union and the disintegration of Yugoslavia. Because every member had one vote in the presidential ballot, candidates cultivated support in Africa, Asia, and Central America. The prize on offer was an increase in the number of places at the World Cup finals, which was expanded from 16 teams to 24 in 1982 and then 32 in 1998. FIFA's fiscal problems began when corporate sponsorships blossomed from 1974 as FIFA gave its name to the World Cup trophy, and leading brand names were attracted to advertising opportunities. FIFA was hit financially by the collapse in 2001 with debt of some 300 million of International Sport and Leisure, a global sports marketing company that had acquired European and US television rights and sponsorship contracts from 2002 and 2006 World Cups. Amid accusations of a variety of fraudulent activities and false documentation, ISL had made illicit payments to sports officials, with several FIFA officials involved. In 2012, Havelange and his former son-in-law, Ricardo Teixeira, the president of the Brazilian Football Confederation, were found to have taken bribes amounting to millions of dollars from ISL, repaying only a small portion, though that gesture was apparently enough to have the matter shelved. The situation came to a head on May 3rd, 2002, prior to the World Cup finals that year in South Korea and Japan, when the FIFA Secretary General Michael Ruffinen produced a 30-page dossier regarding 8 counts leaked to the media accusing the FIFA president Sepp Blatter of misleading accounting practices and conflicting interests. The president directed a team of officials to respond in writing in 2 weeks. 11 executive committee members who had brought a criminal complaint against Blatter subsequently agreed to drop the court action, and Zen Ruffinen was dismissed on July 4th. During the tournament, South Korea surprisingly reached the semifinals, defeating higher-ranked teams, including Italy and Spain. There were allegations of questionable decisions by match officials for the games involved. In December 2010, the Federal Bureau of Investigation in New York closed in on Chuck Blazer, the General Secretary of CONCACAF, who was suspected of fraud and money laundering and tax evasion. In November 2013, Blazer, who by then had resigned from that thing I said earlier, position, entered a guilty plea to avoid a possible prison sentence and acted as a mole, informing on other corrupt FIFA officials. Jose Hawilla, a former sports journalist and owner of Brazil's largest sports marketing company, pleaded guilty to corruption charges in December 2014 and entered 2 of his companies into the plea. There were 2 notable instances of Blatter threatening court action of his own. The first was in 2003 against a tenacious British investigating reporter, and who implicated Blatter in wrongdoings, but the action was never pursued. 3 years later, Jennings published Foul, The Secret World of FIFA, Bribes, Vote Rigging, and Ticket Scandals. In December of 2015, he produced a TV documentary exposing FIFA's corruption after his third book, centering on FIFA, had been published following the May 2015 exposures. Previously, Blatter had been able to minimize accusations made by David Yallop in his book, How They Stole the Game, 1999. On May 27, 2015, the U.S. Department of Justice disclosed a 47-count, 164-page criminal indictment charging 7 FIFA executives with having received $150 million in bribes over a period of more than 2 decades. Those 7 were arrested by Swiss police at the Bor Aklak, that's hilarious, hotel in Zurich, where FIFA was based and jailed. An additional 7 officials and sports marketing people were included in the DOJ indictments for offenses dating back to 1991. The DOJ alleges that the accused have received bribes from marketing groups in exchange for television contracts. As part of racketeering charges filed against the group, the DOJ alleged that 2 generations of soccer officials and their co-conspirators had turned FIFA into a corrupt enterprise. Jack Warner, former president of that thing I said earlier, later handed himself into police.
Oh, you don't want to try it again?
CONCACAF.
It's
Yeah,
the North
that
American,
thing.
South American, like, league that they do for soccer on our home.
That thing.
CONCACAF.
Another marketing executive eventually surrendered to police in Italy, and 5 other officials had previously pleaded guilty. 2 of the highest profile persons detained in Zurich were FIFA Vice President Jeffrey Webb and Eugenio. That's an Italian word.
Send them to Israel. Send them to Israel. Let the IDF sort it out.
Right. A second indictment following in December 2015. It listed 16 soccer officials from CONMEBOL and CONCACAF confederations of FIFA. The 2 other vice presidents of FIFA were arrested in Zurich at the same time. There had been previous arrests, including Warner's son Daryl in 2013, but the events of 2015 constituted the first exposure of collective criminality within the organization. FIFA, awash with its $1 billion annual revenue from sponsorships and other sources, possessed ample funds for manipulated dispersal through kickbacks and other criminal means. Though FIFA's finances were not the most transparent, its existing balance sheet about the time of the arrest lists assets at $2,932,000,000 liabilities and $1,409,000,000 they had the $2,932,000,000 liabilities were $1,409,000,000 and reserves amounting to $1,523,000,000. They doing pretty good. Some 43% of FIFA's income was derived from selling TV broadcasting rights to the quadrennial World Cup tournament, with marketing contributing 29% and other sources providing 28%. According to Swiss law, FIFA was a non-profit organization, so there remained a fine line to negotiate over its finances. That was evident in 2014 when FIFA's total income for the year was a record $2,096,000,000, while the organization paid only $75 million in taxes for the 4-year period of 2011 to 2014. The widespread corruption accusations, which arose from lengthy, painstaking investigations, also involve questions about the dubious wording of the 2015 hosting rights for the World Cup final tournaments in Russia in 2018 and Qatar in 2022. Is a goddamn book.
I'm not. You lost me when you couldn't pronounce the Brazilian guy's name, and I couldn't either. They're all fucking scoundrels. What do you
Dude, it would take me a half an hour to read the rest of this shit.
By the way,
I was just gonna say, I mean,
if we were all speaking in Spanish and loved soccer, it'd be the biggest story in the history of our lives. But this would be like.
I was gonna say, Ben, just hit where it says what happened to the little drop down, what happened in the scandal, and it gives you
like a book. There's a fucking history of FIFA.
Quick summary.
They're crooks.
You know, at the top when you said it has the list of things for it. If you hit what happened in the scandal, it gives you a summary.
It's it's trying. It's pulling it up.
I mean, didn't you see recently the news talking about the
anyways FIFA,
the Argentinian soccer club in Miami? Like they're it's like they're laundering money everywhere.
Everybody fucking laundering money everywhere. If I only had some fucking money to launder.
Right?
Yeah, Snuffles, it is live.
What's up, Snuffles?
So this for the wins here. All right, so today was the bronze medal for the FIFA, the World Cup. So it was France and England. Now France has been dominant the whole World Cup.
Okay.
And Trump made that smart comment yesterday about England, and all of a sudden England beat France today.
Fuck England.
What do you mean today? What do you mean today?
It was a third place match.
Oh,
so they were both out of it, but this was just for third.
Oh, sorry. I didn't even know they had that. I just knew. Okay.
I didn't know that either until I saw the game was halfway over and there was a shitload of scoring in this game. Apparently, it was a great match. I didn't watch it, but apparently it was great.
It was a great match that the officials didn't have no part of.
So the cliff notes of this, what is the scandal? Is it that referees are fixing matches? Is that
it's not just the fixing matches. Referees are fixing matches. They're fixing what countries are allotted. You know, it's through bribery and whatnot that countries are the ones that are being able to host it, which obviously gives a lot of and this is where it affects our life, is that this is an international thing that brings international attention. And so hosting that kind of event is a real boon for whatever place is doing so. And they're basically hawking the rights for that. They're having refs fix games, all that kind of shit.
Well, what's interesting, what's popping off in my mind, I thought Trump made some sort of comment about how he was able to get the FIFA thing here this year, and then the Olympics in 28. So I wonder if this is the precursor.
The thing that's the controversy is one of our players got a red card, meaning that he could not play the next game. And Trump, who has an extraordinarily cozy relationship with the president of FIFA, who has been extraordinarily corrupt historically, and then that got overturned. So then they overturned that the next day.
Did you see the play?
I did not.
You should just review it, because it's not one of those things that was like, oh my gosh, so egregious, he absolutely deserves a red card. When you look at it, it's like, this was a regular act, a regular play.
I do not know enough about
soccer
to make that determination. I mean, maybe if he clotheslined him or something, but I got to tell you, the little bit of soccer I did watch because of Norway, I know that kicking a ball in the net is a score, but other than that, I don't know.
Well, hey Balderson, then why don't you do a little research, right? And spend about, I don't know, maybe a reasonable amount of time, like 15 to 20 hours researching World Cup soccer, and then watch the play, and then you can tell us. We'll come back here a week from
you can take 5 minutes. It's not.
It definitely was a bullshit call for sure.
No, 15 hours minimum, because we need him to have a really educated opinion on this. I'm not going to fucking sleep until I hear it.
Pull up the play.
What Shaman's really asking for is what the acronym of CONCACAF really stands for. That's what he really wants to know.
I really want to know what Balderson. If I picked one thing, I can't even think off the top of my head of one thing that I think Balderson would care less about in soccer. I'm trying to think.
Let me see if I can find somebody that recorded it live. There's the way we could play it.
Water polo. which my wife played, and I make fun of her regularly.
Then you would like it more than soccer.
Yeah, yeah. I'm at least have some kind of a meaning in my life for it. It's
I also played soccer.
she played all these she played all sports on the traveling team, and you guys don't know that joke, but it's funny.
That's awesome.
Well, like, okay, so there's rich people areas in big cities, and then so most of the country, which is rural, the majority of the land is rural, and in rural areas we get football, wrestling and basketball, track, and baseball. That's the reliable sports you get. Straight out. You don't get any of these other sports. And then my wife's talking about, oh, well, she was a swimmer in an Olympic pool. And like, I've never seen a school with a pool. And then fucking they played like water polo and all, and like what's that one with the fucking that gay one that they play now with the.
We didn't have that at our school.
But they have that.
Cross?
No, not no. The new one with the all the people play that they pickleball. Pickleball. She played pickleball. I never heard of no pickleballs.
I thought that shit just came out.
I literally thought that was invented like 2 years ago.
Me too.
I tried to teach my wife how to play pickleball, but she wouldn't go for it.
Well, she's not gay. She's your wife.
Pickleball is very popular here in Florida.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's old people
They tripped
everywhere.
over shuffleboard.
It's like they got out of the glass cage playing racquetball, and they're like, "Let's play some pickleball now."
Yeah, I don't know where I'm from. We play baseball and football and basketball, and that's it.
Wait, which football? Like the soccer one, or like the?
No, I've never. There's soccer fields where I'm from now, but growing up, there was never. I was an adult before I ever seen a soccer field. That was something Europeans did. South.
Okay,
America.
so back to the topic at hand here. So are you about the Trump and the red card thing, or is this something bigger with FIFA? What is this topic of tonight? I'm just wondering.
Well, that was just mostly about Trump and the red card and Trump, and then that just led us into the corruption that FIFA has exhibited historically. Like this is just a thing with FIFA.
Well, I don't doubt that FIFA is corrupt. It makes sense to me. It just does. It's a worldwide thing where they allow all these countries to get together, and then they give us the illusion of soccer, but there's all this backdoor dealing and bullshit that they do behind the scenes when they get this opportunity to move. It's the same thing like the Olympics.
Yeah,
I did a huge dig into the Olympics too, so that's why I mentioned the thing with 28. I'm curious as to, okay, where is this going to go? And it's interesting that the Olympics will be on our home turf in 2 years now. So
that is
that is kind of antiquated, right?
Well, and it's always weird on these cities that had the Olympics. Like if you drive by in Utah and you can see where they did all this work for the Olympics and all that stuff's left over there, but now it's just like sitting there. Like, you know, and it was the Winter Olympics, so they got like these giant ski jumps and shit like that, and they just sit there.
For the win, that's for that comment on the screens for you.
What is donkey basketball? We did not have
donkey.
I didn't play basketball at all. I was a wrestler.
Me too.
I grew up in Minnesota. Technically, I don't know what donkey basketball is.
I went to my senior year of high school in Richfield, Minnesota.
No kidding. Okay.
Yeah. My first house was in Bloomington. Yeah. I moved
What
there.
year was that?
1994 is when I graduated.
Okay. The Mall of America was there then at that point.
Graduated 2 years later.
I was my house was 7908 4th Avenue South, Bloomington was my first house, and it was about 2 miles to the Mall of America. And a lot of people don't realize that Minnesota is kind of Bible Belt-ish about things. And you can't buy booze at like gas stations. You can't buy anything, but they have something called 3-2 beer, which is only
yes, they do.
Yeah, we get the 3-2 flu, you know, fucking, and it's really bad. Well, they also don't have any bars around, so basically mostly south of Minneapolis, like Edina, Richfield, Bloomington, all those, they don't have any bars. So the only bars they had were at the Mall of America. So if you wanted to go to a fucking bar and not go to the bowling alley and drink, then you had to go to the Mall of America. They did have.
And I actually have there's something on the screen for you, and then I actually have the play, but I can only play a couple seconds of it. So
I talk shit about pickleball. You know that, Cherie. I just talk shit. I've never played it. I'm sure it's fun. So this is the actual play. Is that what we're looking at?
security.
That's
Yeah,
the
I
after
bel-
of the play.
yeah.
I mean, it's like they show pictures because you can't show the actual video, so the AP broke it down.
Well, can we see where they
A red
collided
card.
at least or something?
It
Because
was
this
a
is just
US
a
forward
Yeah, they
following
show it.
Balogun during the World Cup game against Bosnia-Herzegovina has been lifted after US President Donald Trump intervened. According to a source speaking on condition of anonymity, Trump had called FIFA President Gianni Infantino after the game asking FIFA to review the red card. FIFA later announced that the suspension had been lifted, allowing Balogun to play against Belgium.
he totally looks American.
Is that all you can place, Ben?
He was born here.
I can explain.
So this is what the initial contact of the play.
In one of the World Cup's most controversial and consequential decisions, with the referee only showing it after watching a video review.
So that was the play. So they tangled up, they tripped each other, and they went to the ground, and the USA player was on top of the other player. So that
But it was more than that. Security, right? Like
Yeah, it was-
when they got tangled up, the U.S. player's cleat got the ankle of the other guy, and then his cleat like scraped up his shin guard.
Yeah.
So at full speed, it looked like a regular play, but when you slow it down and everything, it looks pretty dramatic. But from like how they got tangled up, he wasn't going for the foot, he wasn't going for the position. They were both playing the ball, I believe, and it wasn't malicious or anything. So initially, when
it was a typical play.
right. So initially after the play, there was no yellow, there was no red card called or anything. So then they went to the VAR, or the VAR ref said, "Hey, we need to look at this," and he was the one who decided that. So I believe that went against the VAR rules, where they're like, you can only review something if there was already a yellow card present, which there wasn't. So
And the rules were at the beginning that VAR was not supposed to issue cards. It could be a penalty kick, but they couldn't get a card from it. That was the initial rules for the instant replay.
Pepper says he's our best player, and that would have gotten him. I thought we had that white guy from England or whatever.
the Pulisic guy, he's overrated. He's like,
No,
they
what's that
touted
guy?
him.
David Beckham, is that his
No,
name?
he's
Isn't he a soccer player?
yeah, but
He's a
long.
soccer player, but a long time ago.
Yeah.
He hasn't played.
Well, fuck you guys.
Yeah, he was married.
It's the only soccer player I can name besides Erling
he was
Haaland.
Married to a Spice Girl, if that tells you how long ago that was.
Yeah.
That was the 90s.
What?
This was when fucking Friends was the biggest thing on earth, by the way.
You know what? I would still name Larry Bird as like the one of the like 10 basketball players of all time I could name. So
Yeah,
fuck
but
off.
at least you can name one of them. You can't name a single fucking soccer player other than David Beckham. So you can probably name three.
Erling Haaland.
All right. How many basketball players can you name?
I can't name a third. I can't, but I can name.
That's more than I could name. Pele.
There's that Messi guy.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, everyone knows those. A few of those names, but I mean,
Yeah, and I can only name about
That is
historically.
true.
I can't name any active basketball players. I don't think, but I could name probably like 10 historical.
LeBron James, if he's still playing. Other than that, I have no
ones.
idea.
Still playing?
All right.
Yeah,
Security.
he's deciding on where he wants to play next. Still, this is decision
I'm
3.0.
trying not to hold my breath.
Yeah, I know his name, but otherwise it'd be like Michael Jordan and like Charles Barkley and Dennis Rodman.
Scottie Pippen.
Yeah,
Tracy
Scottie
McGrady.
Pippen.
Tracy McGrady.
I don't know
Tracy
who that
McGrady.
is.
Yeah,
Don't know
Kevin
who that is.
Garnett.
Amazing fucking basketball.
I've heard of Kevin Garnett. Who's the guy
Tracy.
from South Dakota? The guy from Mitchell. What the fuck was his name?
Iverson.
Oh, there's
Hey,
Kareem
security.
Give me
Abdul-Jabbar.
some
Kareem
motherfucker Michael
Abdul-Jabbar.
Vick.
Who was that
Name
big
10
dude that
boxers,
slept with like a
security.
million women? Carl Malone? Was that Malone?
You're
Devontae
thinking of
Burgess.
was it
I'm thinking of
was
the
it-
British.
was it
I'm
Kareem?
thinking about the
The one that
British
kicked
Ferguson.
Bruce Lee in that movie. The one that kicked Bruce Lee in that movie.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah.
How about the Brickishaw Ferguson?
I don't know who that is.
he played for the Jets, right, Omar?
When I was young, I don't really watch any sports. When I was young, I was a baseball guy. I only had like a year or two that I ever gave a shit about football. I watched UFC for a number of years before that got all dramatic nonsense.
That's all I watch.
Hockey. I'm from the Great White North. We like hockey.
That we do. So
Dude, Minnesota, the fucking high school hockey games are like semi-pro.
They are.
They are nasty.
Chris Pronger is my favorite hockey player of all time. I just gotta say
Who?
that. Chris Pronger. He played for the Flyers.
I hate Chris Pronger.
Oh, dude was a fucking champ. And Danny Carcillo, too. Ian LePerriere. I mean, I'm from Jersey, so I'm going to have bias. Like, I fucking love the Flyers. All the cast from, like, the 2010 roster.
That was a good team. That was
Oh,
a good
yeah.
team.
Fucking Scotty Hartnell. My mom met him a couple times because they used to practice over in, like, South Jersey, and they used to meet at this diner. I think it was called, like, the Starview a few times. And my mother met Scotty Hartnell. That was, like, her favorite player.
I have no idea who the fuck we're talking about.
The Flyers, 2010 roster.
Yeah, no, not because it's not. I just, it's not. I don't know about a lot of things.
Sports.
I know Wayne Gretzky was killing it for a while, and the Mario Lemieux, and that's about it. I remember those two guys.
Mario Lemieux from the Pittsburgh Penguins.
I remember both of them, but I was like
Dude, when Claude Lemieux played with the Avs and fucking knocked what's his name into the fucking door and knocked all his teeth out, and the fights that they had back in the early 2000s between the Red Wings and the Avs. Ooh, everybody had the Screw Lemieux shirts on. Those were beast games.
I want these debates to start getting physical. I want people to go to physical debates, and people are so heated. Not like I don't care that much about any of these things we've been debated so far, but then they get then they get serious, and then there's an in person, and then they go. There's everyone's attached to a meter, to measure their blood pressure, their blood rate, and when they both reach a story, goes ding ding ding, woo, woo, and an alarm goes off, and then the tables move out of the way, and then there's the gloves, and then no one decides heart rate. When their words fail you, then it goes physical. And so if you were physically inferior, the goal would be you'd have to stay calm, because if only one guy gets mad, then that meter goes up and the other one doesn't. So it would be like this whole new angle to debates.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting. It'd be it'd be interesting.
Andrew Wilson would be a whole lot less cocky, I tell you that. That pudgy little bitch.
The whole thing would change.
Yeah.
Do I get to bring a firearm?
Well,
Bro,
it
what the
depends,
fuck?
because if you did it in certain states where mutual combat is allowed, then you would have, it would be like UFC in different locations, right? So there'd be like, and people would challenge people to things. It'd be interesting. It's the future of entertainment, I think.
Dude, claymation fucking debates. See, that's what I just said. Spin. I said because we're gonna get a different intro for like the shows that we do together and everything, and I wanted to do like me and Spin and Clay and fucking Kraut and everybody, and we're all sitting around a table talking. We're wearing like suits, like very professionally debating, and then we start getting a little more heated, and then we like stand up, start ripping our suits off, and we're all wearing like WWF fucking outfits, and we start fucking like body slamming and like pile driving each other.
Security.
Yeah, and you're Clay the Constitutionalist. Christy already has a name for your character.
Yeah, that would be some good entertainment.
He could have like one of the founding fathers' wigs on after he rips off and puts on
Hell
his
yeah.
outfit.
Is an American flag.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, what's his name? Hacksaw Jim Duggan from the WWE. The motherfucker used to go around with the flag. That's Clay.
My finishing move, I pull out the Constitution, shove it in your face, and then pull
Yes.
out a musket and boom,
Yes.
a handheld one shooter.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
you shove it down their throat.
And everybody that he fights is British, no matter who they are.
Yeah, he accuses everyone of being British.
Yeah, Benedict Arnold.
Yeah.
All I'm hearing is Benedict. Yeah.
See what I'm saying? This would be a hilarious intro, and it goes right in with Omar's idea. See, I go
know my
WWF with it.
You want to hear my finishing move? If you were to do that, I'd take a kibasi with sauerkraut on it and fucking shove it in somebody's face.
Mine would have to be something that would have to be it would probably just have to be something that's stereotypical, attributed to Afghan terrorism, even though there's
Omar would kick him in the nuts and then throw one of them fucking bong gas masks on and hit it with the ayahuasca till the other person just fell over.
Yeah. Yeah, then I'd have to save them afterwards. That's the problem.
Right.
I don't want to be involved in people's spiritual saving.
Hey, Shaman, I got to finish it for you, Shaman. You take like a soda bottle and you drop like seltzer and then just throw it at somebody and watch it explode.
Yeah, I would just hit someone over the head with the fucking chair. That'd be like just keep beating them with the chair until someone rings the bell.
Dude. So one time I went one of the schools I went to, I just started there. It was second grade. And I was in this class with this guy that had fucking failed 3 times. And he should have failed a 4th time, but they started pushing him because his brother had come up, his younger brother, and they didn't want them 2 kids in the same class. And the fucking younger brother would pick a fight with me because he was actually my age. And then the big ass one, that dude was huge. And he'd just come plowing into me and the 2 of them would beat the shit out of me. And so one day we're in class and it's just the big one. And the teacher's out of the class and the big one starts picking at me. And I look over and I see a folded chair and my WWF wet dreams. And I'm like, fuck yeah, bitch, folded chair. And I cracked him with that fucking chair and he laughed. And I just about cried. It was like a dream at that point. Like, I've been betrayed. Like,
Is it just me, or can anybody else see Balderson coming in with the 2-horned helmet?
Oh, it has to.
The fake Viking helmet.
Has to. No, a real
Yeah.
one. That's the thing.
Bro. Uh-huh.
Fake. Wait a minute. Fake Viking helmet with a big mallet.
and then after I step on somebody, that after I beat him, I step on somebody and I bust out the fucking Stein and just.
Bro, do you remember there was the WWF wrestler, the Berserker?
I didn't get WWF. I got
Seems like I remember
WCW.
WWF, the Berserker was a gangster. He came in Viking and he just came and just crushed people and just.
Oh, dude, I would have loved seeing that.
Yeah, he's so good. He was like
Yeah,
fucking, bro. He was Diesel. He was a couple years. He came in and just crushed people, and then somehow he just disappeared.
Nice. A lot of those guys get hurt.
There was this very
just thought a spin coming in with 44-inch rims.
and his chair should have the fucking spiky round things that come out and spin around like on the Roman chariot.
Mad Max style.
Yeah.
Hey, Shaman, you're a fan
Help!
of
Look
wrestling?
out, the gators! Get back, you overgrown lizards! Whoa, a snapping turtle! Duck and cover! Here come the piranhas! Spin City activate! We did it! We're still alive!
It was better when it was piranhas.
Hey, Shaman, do you remember this old wrestler? He was called Glacier back in like the late 90s. He was like a martial artist, had a glass eye.
Yeah. He was in WCW.
I'm looking right now. That guy looks.
He was like a Sub-Zero type character.
Yeah, he looks like
Sub-Zero.
But he didn't last long for some fucking reason. But he was pretty awesome.
He switched characters about 4 different times. And he had some pretty cool finishing moves, but his character just didn't ever.
Yeah, the Glacier. I'm looking right now. Yeah, the chronic. He had the cryonic kick.
Yeah. His finishing moves were very cool, but his characters just didn't stand out. He went through about 4 different characters in like a year or something, and then he just kind of was gone. But it was during the Goldberg and NWO era, and it was real hard. Yeah, it was hard to catch attention during that era.
I was watching. Okay, 6'2", 245. So he's not. He looks.
No, he's a big dude. He's a big dude.
Fucking, I love the NWO. They were a bunch of fucking scumbags, but they were awesome.
Oh, dude, that was the best era of wrestling. That shit was.
That was
dude, I was a Sting fan.
Can you check the last 4 that I put up real quick?
What?
I'm sorry. I was talking to Clay. Sorry.
Raymond Lloyd. He basically had a 3-year extent to WCW, and after that, he just that was it. That was his highlight.
Yeah, like I said, they tried him a number of times, and his characters just never quite caught on. He tried like one where he was like basically Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat, and they had one where he was like in a green outfit, and it was like he had long hair and he looked like some kind of a monster thing. It was almost like an American lucha libre type thing or something. It was pretty interesting.
I mean, he's 6'3", 245, 6'2". I'm 6'1", 220, so I don't think he's that big. But this motherfucker, the Berserker, listen to this. The Berserker, 6'8", 323 pounds, muscle. That's what I'm saying. This guy. That's what I'm trying to say. This guy was a different game. I don't know how they let that fall, but it says
he
here
probably died of gigantism.
Well, his feuds at the end was just him versus the Undertaker. He was like the only guy who could fuck with the Undertaker one-on-one. Apparently, the Undertaker buried his ass, and that was it.
That's because the Undertaker is the fucking GOAT, my favorite wrestler of all time.
Yeah, no, he's legit. But I'm telling you, this guy was. He didn't have two. He was. Remember, the Ultimate Warrior didn't have so many moves. But look, this guy, John Eric Nord.
Shit, you're going bad,
dude.
The fucking Berserker, bro. I just remember that guy. I was like, how the fuck? He was fucking.
Ultimate Warrior was on so much cocaine.
Oh yeah,
that motherfucker didn't wrestle. He stopped like the late '80s, so no wonder I never heard of Berserker. I watched it in the '90s and I stopped it.
See, I watched wrestling back in the '80s, but I was NWA because I'm from South Dakota, so I was watching For the Win, where in Minnesota there it was Vern Gagne wrestling, and that's the area that I got. So it was Dustin Rhodes and the Iron Sheik, and actually Hulk Hogan did start there. And we had the Rockers, which was Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, and we had Sting, and we had the Road Warriors, who ended up becoming the Legion of Doom in the 90s or 90s in WWF, but that's when they were fucking old. We had the Steiner brothers,
I know the Steiner brothers. Yeah.
I met
Gangsters.
Terry. I met Terry Funk at the gas station, and Dustin Rhodes, Dusty Rhodes' son. He played Gold Dust, but he wasn't Gold Dust at the time.
Oh well, yeah, Cody Rhodes. Yeah, Dusty, or whatever.
Not Cody. It was Dustin, the older one that played Gold Dust. I met him. I was going to lunch at work, and I had to take a left, and it was one of the green light lefts. And so I would have had to sit and wait through the whole fucking red light and wait the whole next red light and then finally go. So I went across the street because I had to grab something to eat anyways. And I went into this gas station, and I'm standing there checking out, and I look over and I'm looking at my left, and I'm like, holy fuck, that old biker looks like Terry Funk. And he was wearing a fanny pack. And I was like, and finally I get a little weird with myself because I'm like, I've stared at this old biker enough. He's probably thinking I'm fucking weird or something, right? So I turn my whole body and look the other direction. And I look up and I'm like, that's Dustin Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes' kid. I'm like, holy fuck, then that's definitely Terry Funk, because that's just how this is. And fucking that was pretty cool. Dustin Rhodes.
There's a place over in Trenton that they play sometimes, WWE. It used to be called the Trenton Thunder, but now it's called something different. But after they would wrestle there, they used to go to this Denny's over in my town, and they basically packed the whole fucking shit, like all these WWE wrestlers at Denny's. It's probably the only reason why Denny's is still around in my area, because other than that, it's always fucking dead.
Well, that's because the food at Denny's is garbage.
I would agree.
That's only for drunk people.
Yes.
Well, wait. Now I have to defend Denny's for a few minutes.
You're in a wheelchair and you will eat anything.
No. Denny's used to be really, really good at one point, and then it just seemed like over the years. Yeah, 3 a.m. Denny's.
Yeah, 3 a.m. Denny's is good.
That's what I'm saying.
Christy worked at Denny's in 2000 and tells horror stories about the food that came in, like the fucking bag of scrambled potatoes, just a giant, or eggs. Big
product.
It says egg product, and it's just a big bag.
Oh, motherfuckers. I can't believe they do that to us in America. I'm so shocked.
Yeah, I know you're shocked. And she tells horror stories.
I mean, it's just like anything. It just seems like over the years, everything just like food degrades or not degrades, or the service
quality. Houses. Look at houses. The house I grew up in was 80 years old when we moved in. Now people build houses and they're fucking falling apart in 20 years.
Yep.
Dude, 20 years. Fuck.
That's very common here.
It takes 2 months after somebody moves in to go through and fix all the fucking bullshit in the house.
I remember my family got a television that was we had that thing for 15 years, and it moved from the main to the second with another one. I remember as my entire childhood, we got 2 televisions. Now you can get a new television every fucking year, like a cell phone. It's pathetic.
What do you need a television for? You got a fucking cell phone.
Yeah, but I mean, just the point is that the first cell phone there,
the price point,
and a laptop, and a computer, and a screen that goes with the computer.
You can get a 65-inch TV for $300 now. Like It's not like $1,000 anymore, Clay. I think that's the point.
It's crazy.
I just want to say
I have something that I have something I'm going to pull up here. I know I'm going to change the topic for a few minutes.
We're all Americans, and so we can only be captivated by FIFA for like 12 minutes, and then we're done with it. We're like, isn't that about soccer? We're not gay.
I am so glad that you guys are not talking about that when I decided to
come up. I almost, that was difficult.
Well, it's a big topic right now, and Trump, it's really more about Trump having put his thumb down on the scale of it, was really more of the topic than the soccer in and of itself, because I don't even fucking know anything about soccer.
Okay, back that train up, because what this sounds like, Ben, is it's your preconceived notions already about Trump, and then you're looking at the optics of these things, and then you're just jumbling it all together, because even after
No,
that
what it-
red
what
card.
it- what it
Hold on,
sounds-
just hold
what it
on, just
sounds
hold on.
like is-
Is
what it
after
sounds like-
the
Stop yourself for the win. What it sounds like is we needed a title, and we didn't have one, and so we looked at the most recent things, and that was
Yeah, the
going to be the
trending.
most exciting and interesting, and so that's what we picked. I could give a fuck.
You should have
less
picked the title of
about-
when I was on the Sean Kelly thing and arguing with that numerologist guy. And I said the clavicular was gay, and he's like, and then he said, oh, he's gay, he's the epitome of masculinity. And then 72 hours later, there's pictures of him kissing a tranny on live stream.
So
that should have been the title of this show.
Why don't you guys say it the way it's supposed to be said? FIFA.
Hey, Baldus, why didn't you title the show that? Title it. Shaman outpredicts numerologist, clavicular gay.
Yeah.
So I actually have two
That
things
would've
that I
been a
want to bring up, and one is a spinoff of the Raging Tomato, because I still have, and I know Clay had a couple more questions for Shaman, and I had, if I can remember the fucking thing, it was an actual question for you, Shaman. So I appreciate you sticking around, but this next topic is trending as well, Ben.
Can I ask you guys an opinion? Well, how did you think? I mean, obviously, I don't pretend to be a Christian, right? But do you think that I handled the conversation like it didn't seem like I know it's a touchy subject, but it didn't seem like I was attacking Christianity or anything like that, right?
No, you were very generous toward the Christian.
He kept framing it like he's attacking the if not Paul, then not this and not this, and therefore not the Bible. I never said that.
Ben, I sent it to you on Discord.
Well,
You sent me what?
So
The topic.
the
Ooh.
apologetics portion,
Ooh,
right,
good one.
requires a defense, right? Well, the problem
Sure.
with that, no problem with defense. I don't have a problem with defense.
Ben,
I like
If you
it.
Ben,
step
do me a
into-
favor. Open that up. Clay, I apologize. Can I,
No, go
if
ahead.
I can just interrupt you real quick?
Yeah.
Clay will like this one.
Clay, I also sent it to you on Telegram.
Okay.
If you open, without giving it away, open that up and hit launch the map, you will be fucking shocked.
I won't, because I pay attention to this. I won't.
Exactly.
The East Coast is horrifying.
Yes.
And I know that without even opening that map up. I already know the East Coast. It's like you can't go anywhere.
Well, I do have the rights to this. So,
Very good.
over on America Rising Media, I think it was yesterday or the day before, they were doing a segment on the flock cameras. And I know most of us are on the East Coast, for the exception of Clay and Ben. But it was very interesting that they actually put
where I live.
they actually put a link to this website, and this is horrifying. Okay. So I'm going to put it up on the screen, and Ben, you can take it down whenever you're ready, but this is very horrifying. This is the actual, oh shit. Ben, which one should I use?
That's a good one. That's a good one. I like it.
This
What's
one
that?
or this one or this one?
This is a representation of Welcome to DeFlock, the automated license plate readers, or ALPRs or LPRs, are AI-powered cameras that capture and analyze images of all passing vehicles, storing details like your car's location, date, and time. They also capture your car's make, model, color, and identifying features, such as dents, roof racks, bumper stickers, often turning these into searchable data points. These cameras collect data on millions of vehicles, regardless of whether the driver is suspected of a crime. These systems are marketed as indispensable tools to fight crime, but they ignore the powerful tools police already have to track criminals, such as cell phone location data, creating a loophole that doesn't require a warrant.
So
And this is where they all are. This is a map of the concentration of flock cameras. I'm going to assume in this concentration, the darker colors are probably heavier concentrations. And
I
then
think there's a legend to this. Give me 1 second.
Bro, you can zoom all the way in and see where each individual one is.
Dude, like, see, I'm from. This makes me so proud of the area I'm from. Look at it. There's like a blip somewhere up there in the upper Midwest, like in the South Dakota, North Dakota area. They're like, yeah, we got one. We got one of them there flock cameras.
Go ahead, zoom into Tampa there, or zoom into Jacksonville. Just zoom in.
Like, dude, look at the Midwest. It's just
There
empty.
you
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
Just
Look at
zoom
that
in.
area right there. Holy fuck, that's like a cancer.
You can see
Every other street has them here.
Zoom further.
No, Clay, go enhance. Enhance.
I can't even say it. That's
Enhance.
So this is the area where I live.
You like them flock cameras, do you?
check out how many are on the beach.
Ooh.
What does that have to do with cars?
Each one of those is an individual camera.
Well,
This is-
they also have them pointed at public parks, away from the cars and at the park and everything, which of course they're just marketing it as safety.
This is the actual Clearwater beach on the Gulf of America. So there's four out there, but the real concentration, this is Clearwater. That's really not that bad.
No,
But over here,
and then wherever
security, you want to tell them about this area right here?
Who's that? Me?
Security.
What, in Tampa?
I was gonna say I don't.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah,
This
I don't know about Florida.
Carrollwood and
That's mostly in Suitcase City.
yeah,
Okay, so it's the ghetto.
pretty much.
Yeah.
To the
Yeah,
right.
when I zoomed into Albuquerque,
The group to the right was.
Like right in through here. This is a very if people don't know
High
Florida,
crime area, huh?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
1 to 2 bedroom,
Little
and
Cuba.
close together houses.
Little Cuba.
Oh, look
Yeah.
at that. That's like a box around it. That whole area is surrounded.
That's
now this is this is the University of South Florida. So there's probably there is a lot of concentration of it in here, but yeah, you're right.
So if you follow court cases, we just had a big trial just went on as nationwide, the Julio trial, and they used the flock cameras to follow the car from the Airbnb
Clay, you know where that is.
to the hotel to wherever he got murdered. They followed him to 2 different nightclubs, and they said, "Oh, it wasn't us. They got your car at McDonald's in the drive-thru." Like they used the flock camera to convict these teenagers of murder.
Is that
But-
the end of the story, or are they innocent of it?
No, they're guilty of life in prison right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're definitely doing their best. That's one of the things I'm seeing a lot on social media. They're doing their best to try and promote cases of where flock is help them solve some violent thing. But what they don't want to put in there is things like the woman from North Carolina or whatever that got convicted of robbing a bank in North Dakota and had never been to North Dakota and was in her home state at home when it happened. But flock cameras and AI got a picture of some lady and then through social media pictures on social media and stuff decided it was her. Or there's a ton of these cases going on where flock camera is making mistakes. There was a recent
It's
one
not blocked,
where
though.
a
It's
kid
Clearview.
where a kid had a bag of Doritos and the AI mistaked it as a gun and they came and they freaking went after this kid and it